And hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Anime Church. The church where you can cosplay and no one will judge you for it. We've got better things to judge you for, like your taste in games. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I am Fender Sauron, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in the gaming side of things. So up front, there is no anime news this week because there's no way I could cover anime with the sheer amount of gaming news that we have. This is gaming weekend. That's PlayStation dropped a thing. Then we had Summer Games Fest, and Microsoft did its thing today. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. This is too much. So I'm gonna do a little bit of house cleaning up front for the beginning of this. We have released episode 10 of Slime Bridged. So if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. And also, I spent over 8 hours yesterday. Okay, to be fair, 2 of those hours were just going and finding PNG images that I could use for potential thumbnails for different series. But I spent 8 hours yesterday typing up a script, recording myself reading the script, or not necessarily reading, but just reading what I wrote and acting it out, sort of, and then putting a video together with a bunch of different images and stuff like that and clips from things. And so this video is going to come out later today. It's because a bunch of people have been commenting that they're very confused about what's going on. Even though they're enjoying it, they're saying they're confused with what's going on in this shared abridged universe. So I made a video kind of lightly explaining things in as much of a spoiler-free way as I possibly can. I am doing the bare cliff notes of what's going on and how these different series relate to each other. And I put it up there. I put it all together. I'll be putting it up there. And also, you guys, you're going to get a little sneak peek at stuff. Please don't pause the video at certain moments. You're not going to be able to read the words that are on there, but because I put the logos over everything, but I did it to show that these projects are happening. So I put episode 11 of Slime's script on there and scrolled through it so you could see how many pages are done with it. I also did the same with Overlord episode 2, Overlord Abridged episode 2, or chapter 2. I did that. And then Imminence and Shadow, showing that we're working on that. And Tanya the Evil. So multiple projects going on right now. I showed how many pages we have on the script, and then I put the logos for those projects over the script so that you don't really see the words. You're not really gonna, and I scrolled really fast through it. So yeah. Just proof
And that's the
that,
simple plot of Fat Dog.
yeah, exactly. That's the proof of, just proof that, like, hey guys, we are doing the things we said we were doing. We're also trying to find a time where we can get a bunch of us together to record messages, whether it's video, audio only, just sit down and do recording for all of the amazing people who have donated to our Kickstarter campaign. By the way, we still have a Kickstarter campaign going. It's got like a little under a month left. I don't know. Where are we at on that? I don't know. It's got around a month.
Pull it up on screen and show it.
I'm not gonna. But yeah, our Kickstarter's still going. We are funding up to, I think we're like almost at 6K right now. Our final stretch goal is at 7K. If we reach that, we will do a 3-part Gundam Wing Abridged series where we will, in 3 different parts, cover all 50 episodes of the televised series. And if that goes over well, we might do Endless Waltz. To be fair, though, I think we'll do the version of Endless Waltz that's coming out soon. Like the Endless Waltz remake. I want my 4K Endless Waltz. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed.
So yeah. Indeed. Also, I think that Fenris is going to be a happy little camper today. We've got lots of Resident Evil and Gundam stuff to talk about in gaming. So, yee. So yeah. Good times. But without further ado, I also want to take a moment. We don't normally do this, but I do. But it is somebody that affects me in multiple ways. Want to say how do I word this? Anthony Stewart Head passed away this week. I know him best as Giles from Buffy. There are a lot of people that may know him from Repo. Repo, the genetic opera. If any of you watch Sweeney Todd, he was the judge that Sweeney Todd is trying to kill. He played that. And then also, God, I'm trying to think. I know the last thing that I saw that he was in was he was in Ted Lasso, that series. He was the guy that he played darts against, that Ted played darts with. But yeah, he passed away. Very sad. And our thoughts are with his family. And been seeing a lot of like the Buffy actors just come out and say, such sweet things and how much this one really, really hurt. Like, it already hurt enough when Xander died, and now we're losing Giles. But he did hang in there. He was in his 70s, which is, there's another reason this hits hard. My mother is in her 70s, so I'm just sitting here watching people drop off left and right around the same age as my mom, and I'm just getting increasingly worried. Yay. Oh, the underlying fear that exists when you have parents over a certain age.
Yeah.
But enough about that. Who wants to learn how to rob a bank?
Me. I need money.
So there's this trailer called How to Rob a Bank. This movie looks really, really fucking good. Very entertaining. Let's just go ahead and check it out. I'm making sure that everything is good and you guys will be able to hear it. So let's.
You know what's more powerful?
Okay, so okay, so the audio is working. The audio is working on stream. So let's get to it.
You know what's more powerful than money? An audience. Rolling. Let me break some numbers down for you. Odds of owning your home, 4 out of 10. Odds of earning a 6-figure salary, 2 out of 10. But the success rate of armed robberies is 9 out of 10.
Okay, already when they said Fall Guy and Bullet Train, you had me. Those are two fantastic movies. Bullet Train especially. But yes, I'm on board already. But also, robbing banks. Banks are the biggest thieves. I'm just saying. Oh, and Deadpool 2.
Just make some content.
Blue is for blanks. No one has to get hurt, all right?
Go, go, go! Oh, shit.
Oh, Golden Girls, all right.
Welcome to our channel, How to Rob a Bank.
15 banks, 900 million views. These clowns are making the FBI look like fools.
Congratulations. Here, for the college fund.
We have a hacker under house arrest. We should use her. Reagan Gardner?
I'm a little busy.
You don't smell busy.
That's incense.
This program you created finds people that don't want to be found.
I kind of got stuck in this rabbit hole trying to track down my ex, that double-dipping man-child. I'm over it.
Seems like it. If you help us find these guys, we would drop all your charges.
Shut up. I like them. They have like a whole Robin Hood thing going on.
We have to give to like a real charity. Like OnlyFans is not a charity.
There's just too much footage here for them not to have made a mistake. I'm telling you, we can find them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't think you're a murderer.
No, I'm not. Banks are. When they kill someone you love, they don't get a bullet. They get a bonus.
I'm just doing my job.
Have you seen it?
Still my job.
Son of a... They're gonna rob this bank because this one's personal.
I don't worry about the ambitions of thieves.
Didn't your bank just get bailed out and like screw over a lot of people? Just also kind of seems like thievery, no?
Hold up. Pause real quick. I thought his acting career was dead.
I'm just saying, man. Christian Slater, I'm here for it, man. Dude, this
I haven't
cast,
seen him
dude,
in anything in a while.
I know. Just this cast alone makes me want to see this movie. But
Yeah.
goddamn, this dude, they stole money from a bank and gave it to like Hospital for Children's charity. They just gave it to for like kids with cancer and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, I want that. I wish this shit was real. That's awesome.
I mean, this seems like it could be very educational.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
I love you guys. We finished what we started.
They're making a point. The system's corrupt. Are we in a car chase?
We just need to get there fast.
Get out of the car! Is this How to Rob a Bank? Yeah. Yo, I love your show! Thanks for watching!
Did he steal this dude's car? And he's just happy about it. I fucking love this dude.
Cops!
Oh shit.
Dude, you blew a stop sign!
Now you know why, as soon as I saw this trailer, I was like, I have to put this in anime church because I need to show this to Fenris. He's going to love this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it in theaters.
Same.
And take a lot of
Same.
notes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Such an interesting premise. The cast is stacked. I love any movie where you're sticking it to the man. I love heist films. I'm so on board with this. This is just everything right up my alley, you know? Oh, not to mention there's the whole Robin Hood aspect of all the money they're taking. They're trying to give to good causes or give to people who are, you know, less fortunate. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. But yeah, 10 out of 10. I have no notes. This looks excellent.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right. You've heard our opinions, guys. We're interested in hearing yours. What did you think of this trailer for How to Rob a Bank? Are you excited? Why? Why not? And what's your level of excitement? We'll do a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know in chat or in the comments if you're watching this later. We're very interested to hear what you think. But we do have to move on. I love the subtitle I put into this specific article. If you look both on Discord and in the YouTube, if you look in the description for this this live stream, by the way, we share our sources for everything that we talk about. So like, if you're like, hey, I want to check out what story they're covering, well, links down in the doobly-doo. We source all of our stuff. But the shorthand for this is fuck Hasbro. That's literally what I called it. So D&D is becoming a live service game, but your table doesn't have to, is the whole thing. This is, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy, so fucking happy. And I think the timing was absolutely perfect. So fucking happy that I went and got Daggerheart, because I'm done with D&D if this is how they're doing it. They are trying to turn D&D into a monthly subscription live service model where if you want to play any content that's coming out, you have to purchase it digitally through their store and their marketplace. Oh, you want to homebrew some stuff? Well, I guess you're going to have to play something other than D&D. Dude, Pathfinder is looking hella good right now. But also, so is
Pathfinder has always been superior.
Yeah. I mean, 5e
I like the fact
good.
I like the fact in Pathfinder 2, I am playing a skeleton monk who literally, they throw a bag of bones and I assemble myself and punch enemies.
That sounds awesome. I love that. So essentially, it sounds like your early days arc.
Yes.
Yeah. for those who don't understand the reference, please go check out Skeleton Knight. Trust me, you'll be happy you did. Worthwhile.
Also,
worth your time. Yeah.
Since I'm an undead, I can't be healed in the normal way. They have to cast necrotic damage on me.
Oh no. Oh man. All right, so yeah, D&D is going live service. It's all going digital, and you're gonna have to pay a monthly subscription for your D&D accounts and all that. So this is just the end. Like, everybody is bailing on D&D now. Leave it to Hasbro to kill. Like, who's gonna kill D&D? The people that own D&D. It's never gonna be the fans. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for ruining it for everybody. You just realize funny. So yeah, I could go through all of this. This just was kind of like a puff piece essentially, but yes. D&D Beyond's growing importance, talk of subscriptions, and Hasbro's openly positioning the brand as a digital platform. Some fans, it's not just some fans, it's a lot of them, are starting to worry the world's biggest tabletop RPG is turning into something closer to a live service game. Oh no, they straight up announced it, along with the recently announced seasonal model for product releases that has led to some catastrophic predictions about the future of the game. Multiple content creators have claimed that D&D, as we know it, may already be dead. They're not wrong. They're literally citing stuff that Hasbro has openly said. I don't know why you're doing this whole... They are saying that... No, Hasbro has shot themselves in the foot. Prominent figures... Allegedly. Prominent figures who... Look, we're not a news brand. We're not the media. We'll report what we want to, and we'll give you our opinions. And good luck, Hasbro. If you're trying to sue, we don't have money. So, yeah.
What's money?
Prominent figures who established the brand's success during the 5th edition era all left the company in recent years. After the 5th edition's major update in 2024, D&D felt like it was struggling to chart a new course. Since Wizard of the Coast Senior VP for Digital Games, Dan Ayub, took the reins of D&D in July 2025, he refocused on a community-first approach for the game, trying to mend some fences with disgruntled fans. The involvement of famous creators and public figures who carry a lot of goodwill among the community, like Joe Manganiello and Luke Gygax, has been met with positivity. However, many fans and some prominent D&D content creators are also pointing out that the game seems to be shifting dangerously close to a subscription model, focused on the digital side of the product, which would match Ayub's expertise. Some of these fears may seem exaggerated, but there's at least some truth to them, especially when it concerns D&D Beyond. Wizards of the Coast has become more generous when it comes to accepting third-party content on its digital platform. The proliferation of AI-generated products on the marketplace, such as Drive-Thru RPG and DM's Guild, has hurt small independent publishers who often see their offerings buried in a sea of AI slop. Yeah, that's the other part of it. That's the other part of this. They're leaning into AI content creation for D&D, which is a big no-no in my area. It's go F yourself. I believe in human creativity. We are not to the point where machines are capable of the same type of creativity that human beings are. We're just not there. So yeah, as somebody who performs a job that is threatened by AI, when I see stuff like this, it makes me instantly, it just blares red lights, flashing red warning lights. That's what I see. And I'm not okay with any of this. I could read the whole article, but we got a lot more shit to go through. So just, you've heard my opinion. Fenris, what do you have? What are your thoughts on this?
That's fucking stupid.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. It feels like Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast are firm believers of 1 step forward, 8 steps back. So, But yeah, let us know what you think of all this in the chat or the comments later on. We're curious to hear your thoughts. And of course, guys, this is just part of the article. If you want to read the full thing, where's Moon? He's at work. That's where Moon is. If you want to read the full thing,
Moon?
link is in the description below. We had a Moon. Now, carrying over from one AI thing to another, for those of you that don't know, Jennifer Hale, best known as the female version of Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect series, also Metal Gear actor, calls on studios to take responsibility for their AI use, saying, ain't nobody making you do it. As part of an interview sampled in the 2026 GDC Trends report, prolific voice actor Jennifer Hale once again spoke on the subject of generative AI and its effect on performers, with a particular emphasis on how the future is still in human hands, even as the controversial technology takes the games industry by storm. AI is not going anywhere. It's part of our reality, and I believe that one must accept what it is, said Hale. But we are also responsible for it. AI is not yet an independent intelligence. It's a tool, and the tool does what the human holding the tool tells it to do. Hale argued that creative professions like acting are the canaries in the coal mine for how generative AI technology will affect a wider workforce, meaning game developers and artists will have an opportunity to set the tone for how AI will change work moving forward, for good or ill. God damn it, PC gamers, stop this. As actors, what we're asking for is consent, said Hale, who contrasted her work being used as training data with the conscious ways actors imitate each other to grow as performers. I don't want it used in some situations, Hale said. I don't want an AI to do a performance I could have done because I can inform it with my human soul that is however many days or years more informed. Intelligent and informed, intelligent, and experienced than it was the last time I worked on that project. Control, consent, and then compensation. You can't take away somebody's ability to make a living and not pay them for it. It is wrong. It is wrong. Ain't nobody making you do it. You do it or you don't. Hale has been outspoken about the threat generative AI poses to voice actors and workers in general, previously arguing that AI is coming for all of us during the SAG-AFTRA interactive media strike in 2024. So far, distaste on the part of the gaming public has largely kept generated assets out of final games. Not only that, but just the sheer fact that it's making everything in the gaming community way more expensive. Yeah, that also isn't helping. If you took a shot every time a developer had to issue one of those JPEG text apologies saying we used it in the concept/prototype phase and it accidentally slipped into the finished game, you would already be dead by now. There is one notable exception in last year's explosively popular Arc Raiders, but even then, its AI voiceovers have only been ignored or begrudgingly tolerated, not celebrated. Alrighty. That's where we're at on this.
Ah!
God damn it. I was not ready for that. That was loud.
And I still will not play Arc Raiders.
Yeah, I'm not an extraction shooter person to begin with, but yeah, no.
I have friends that play and they love the game, but I'm like, it's not for me.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that too. For the same reason of their AI voice stuff in Arc Raiders is the same reason I won't play Marathon for their stolen art assets. Yeah, I don't care if they paid the people back or paid the person that got their shit stolen from you. Stole from them for your art assets for this game. Nope, it's not any better. In fact, actually, it's worse because you had a choice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting a little bit of behind the scenes stuff for Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2, specifically about Toph. And I liked some of the stuff I heard about this, so I wanted to share it with you guys and get your thoughts on that as well. So let's take a look.
Up and at him, Bald Wonder.
This season, I'm really excited for people to see Toph being introduced.
Come on, Avatar. I'm gonna teach you to earthbend even if it kills you.
Casting Toph was a really extensive process. We looked at over 6,000 submissions. We narrowed it down, and then did a chemistry read with Mia, and we knew she was Toph.
Mia got it. Mia embodied it. She was connected to the ground, to the earth, and I thought, that's Toph.
Well, it was a good try.
Really?
No! I've seen 2-year-olds hold their ground better.
I actually grew up with the series. I did an interview once when I was like 10 years old. Someone had asked me if I wanted to play Toph if they ever made a live action for Avatar. And then it happened and I was like, oh, I'm actually going to play Toph.
The Avatar needs to learn earthbending, so Toph has a huge role this season.
My friend Boomy said that my teacher would be a master of neutral Jing.
Never heard of it. Get out of my way.
Aang, Toph is like a really mean older sister, but younger and way stronger.
Pretty light on your feet, Twinkle Toes.
She has little to no filter, which means that she's very blunt and funny.
How can I bend something I can't see?
Whoa.
No, I didn't.
Don't apologize.
The character Toph is blind. It was amazing to watch Mia approach that role with such discipline and commitment.
Is she actually blind?
Either way, she's amazing.
Learning how to portray a fully blind character was one of the biggest insecurities I had about this role.
Now, you have to see beyond what you can see.
Mia spent so much time working with our amazing blindness consultant, Joe Stretchy, so she could get those senses right. Every time Toph is on set, Joe is on set. Every time Toph is in rehearsal, Joe is in rehearsal. Could not do this without him. He's brilliant.
We work together on how she touches things and moves through the world, thinking about the realities of blindness, but also when Toph is bending, it's evident that she doesn't have to look at what she's doing. It's kind of like playing basketball and doing a no-look pass.
We provided contacts for her that completely blocked her vision. So she spent weeks training and practicing with those.
All of my castmates have been super helpful, telling me where things are in relation to me. That way, I'm not going through the scene looking like I can't see, because Toph can see in her own unique way.
There's a secret life of the world, beneath the rock, beneath everything you think you know. If you can feel it, then you can change it.
I think the fans will be very excited about Mia's performance. She is absolutely Toph.
Even with all the science fiction and superpowers, we want children who are blind or low vision to watch this show and see themselves in the character. And I think Mia really played a big role developing live action version of Toph.
It's awesome. We have a new member of the family.
So generally, I like when people like put that much time and care into these kind of things, into the details, to the level that they have. I mean, obviously, you know, Toph is blind, so you had to play her as if she's also blind, but can see from walking around on the ground. But there's plenty of people that could have just like waved their hand and been like, "Oh yeah, pretend you're blind," and not gone to this kind of level. So I can at least appreciate the work that was put in. Even if I didn't like this series, I could appreciate the work that went in. So that's kind of what I wanted to share, because as an actor, I appreciate someone putting this much of themselves into the performance. Maybe that's just because, you know, I come from an acting background. Fenris, what are your thoughts on this?
Heartwarming.
Yeah, I agree. I also like that they had a blind blind consultant or someone who has like low vision. That I think that definitely like helps, that they're on set every time that she's on set to for her performance as Toph. I was like, damn, all right, cool. They're really going for this. And yeah, I'm really happy that they're so invested in getting it right. All right. This is going to be the last thing before we dive into like a crap ton of trailers. So this is the one I definitely wanted to get your thoughts on here, Fenris. So Capcom producer teases a Resident Evil based in Japan. It might make an appearance at some point. Resident Evil Requiem put the power of nostalgia on full display with the return of longtime hero Leon Kennedy, with Raccoon City as a delightfully dilapidated playground. But you'd be hard-pressed to find a Resident Evil fan that hasn't fantasized about a future entry based in Japan, where developer Capcom is based. According to Resident Evil Requiem producer Masato Kumazawa, I don't know why suddenly my brain was like, yeah, you can't pronounce this word. And I'm like, no, Kumazawa. Everyone at Capcom has considered the possibility too, and nothing's off the table at this point. I think a Japanese setting is something every Japanese Resident Evil fan has thought about, and I've also considered it myself, says Kumazawa in an interview with Japanese publication Futaman, or translated by Automaton. All right. Since the development team is primarily based in Japan, I think every member has given it some thought. While Japan hasn't appeared as a game setting so far, it might make an appearance at some point in the future. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising considering like how global all of the bioweapons are. Like, we've gone across the globe for multiple games. I mean, okay, so we were in Spain for 4. We were in Antarctica for Veronica. And I don't remember where the island was. Was that in Antarctica? In Antarctica?
Which island?
The prison one.
That Rockford is an undisclosed Pacific
Then
island.
we were in somewhere in Africa for 5. We're in China and in like Eastern Europe and some other stuff in Tall
6.
Oaks was in America for 6. 7, we went back to Louisiana. We kept it kind of in there. But also, when we went to 8, that's supposed to be Eastern Europe as well. So, yeah, I mean, having one in Japan makes sense. Like, I don't see this as being anything out of the ordinary. Biohazard / Resident Evil has proven multiple times that you can go anywhere on the globe and have your Resident Evil moments there. Shit, just talking about like some of the rail shooter games, you were hopping from country to country in
South Africa, fucking
South America too.
Yeah, there's fucking Operation Javier and Dark Side Chronicles.
Yep. I remember playing Dark Side Chronicles. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time. It's interesting. I do see where they're going, especially after Silent Hill F, bringing Silent Hill to Japan, which was kind of interesting because Silent Hill to me has always been how they established it. I didn't know that the town moved. So to me, I was kind of like thrown off. I was like, what do you mean it's in a different location? Okay. I thought Silent Hill was a fixed location, but if it's not a fixed location, then dude, yeah. And with the success of Silent Hill F, I could totally understand if Biohazard came back home to Japan.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man. What are your thoughts?
I'm honestly surprised they haven't done it already. Considering, you got a bunch of different games, like you mentioned, that go around the globe. And then you have some that are in actual fictional settings or in like Revelations 1, where it takes place mostly in a boat.
Also true. Yeah, the claustrophobic nature of being on a boat for all this stuff. I'm on a boat.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget. Alrighty. Do you have anything else you want to add before we start jumping into the trailers?
There's really not much else to add.
All right, let's get to it. Okay. So we got, I'm not going to watch the full Wolverine gameplay, but we got plenty of gameplay for Wolverine. I'm going to put it on in the background and just have it muted as we talk about this. Number one, there were just some minor stealth mechanics, which I'm happy for because Logan does not come across to me as someone who gives a shit about stealth. It's run in, kill thing. Very like Wolverine is very animalistic, and yeah. So I was glad to see that stealth wasn't as strong of a mechanic. Now, given the gameplay style that they are going with, it feels like how Spider-Man kind of felt like the Arkham games, but with Spider-Man powers. You've got kind of a vibe of that. It's not nearly the same as how it felt with the Spider-Man games, but you could definitely see the fingerprints of the Arkham series of games on this particular genre, especially with Insomniac. But yeah, I'm really happy because for Batman and in some cases Spider-Man, the stealth option does make sense for them. But with Wolverine, nah, it didn't really make a lot of sense to just be cautious and quiet. Like, Wolverine's the guy you call when you want to go loud and you want to go hard, you know? You want as many explosions as possible, you know? But I can't remember everything that people were talking about. I just remember that, like, the more gory executions you have, the more it affects his healing factor, I think. So
that would make sense.
Yeah, so like the more vicious and brutal your combat is, apparently that goes towards helping with your healing factor. So, yeah. But yeah, you took a look at the gameplay. What do you think? I know you're not necessarily a superhero guy. I didn't know if Wolverine
I just like how bloody and gory it is.
Ah.
And the Final Destination reference.
Yeah. I appreciate that they did not shy away from this. I'm like, guy, it's a dude with like adamantium claws. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Where he just kicks the dude into the forks from the forklift. Damn.
Yep.
It's brutal. I love it. Guys, like, as cool as this looks, this is not selling me on getting a PlayStation, because apparently, or like, if I didn't have a PS5, this would not sell me on getting the console. Like, I'm at this point. Like, if you haven't got a PS5 by now, with a lot of the games that are available that are specifically PlayStation only, then you're not going to get one, especially now that a PS5 costs somewhere around $900. It's just not happening. Sony going exclusive is not going to sell your consoles. I'm just saying, like, not right now. And let's be honest, the PS6 isn't looking too much like a better choice either, considering we don't know when costs for electronic parts are going to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. The things that happen within the global market affect us too. And that's what we're learning. So between AI and shipping issues and lack of what is it? Energy. That's what they're calling. They call it energy. Lack of oil, for a better term. But basically, what's going on over in that neck of the woods? Yeah, shipping and manufacturing are taking a hit because of stuff happening in the world. That's the nicest way I'll put it. Anything else you want to say on this? Any final thoughts before we head on to the next one? And guys, of course, give us your thoughts and opinions in the chat and in the comment section.
No, nothing else.
All righty. I appreciate the brutality. That's about where I'm at on this. All right. Oh, okay. I saw this. I didn't really have any interest until I saw like the different cars that they had in here. So I'm not really a racing person. I don't do like the Forza or any of that other stuff. Like, it's not a thing for me. This just came across looking like another one of those kind of games. And I was like, oh, okay. Why? And then, like, it looked very much like generic racing stuff, but you're like dodging or drifting around obstacles. And I was like, okay, and then the Knight Rider thing kicked on, and then suddenly there's Kit, and I'm like, what? Wait, okay, so I guess this car game did a collaboration or something, and then, well,
Death Race.
Yeah, then we got Death Race, and I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? Hold on. Then we got the DeLorean. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it turns out it's literally just stunt drivers. And I'm like, you know what? That's a really interesting concept for like a car game. You are a stunt driver on a Hollywood set doing the crazy stunts that they're filming. Neat. I like that concept. I'm not going to play it. I'm not into like car games, but I'd watch somebody play it. I'd happily watch somebody like stream it or do a let's play. Like that would be interesting. I like the concept. That's all.
Yeah, it's a nice concept. I'm probably not going to play it either.
Yeah. It's not my genre, but it's interesting enough that I'd watch somebody else play it. Yeah. If anybody out there is a fan of like car games, racing games, stuff like that, let us know about what your thoughts are on this one, because I'm genuinely curious to hear from that crowd of that side of the gaming sphere, as it were, because I genuinely don't know how interesting you guys would find it, and I'm curious to hear. Alrighty. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about the next gaming controversy, because, you know, there wasn't already enough discourse in just the Bungie community. Now we have to go crazy with people saying that God of War has gone woke just because there's a story about his wife and the afterlife of the gods.
You mean the story that everybody was asking, like, who the fuck is his wife? Can we see more?
Yeah, literally. And so you got a game for that, and now there's a bunch of people up in arms about it. And I will say this, okay, if you're gonna call it God of War, Laufey, I understand why some people are upset about that, because it's implying God of War, which they're like, God of War is Kratos. I'm like, okay, yes, but also no. There's multiple gods of war from different civilizations in here. And if you would kindly pay a little more attention to the mythology going on here, she is the wife of a god of war. And depending on which version of Norse mythology you're looking at, Laufey is the daughter of Tyr. So she's the daughter of a god of war, the Norse god of war. So she's has
the
two.
princess of war.
She literally is uniquely connected to two gods of war from two different pantheons. And yeah, she was fighting the Mongolian god of war, and there was the Egyptian god of war that we got introduced to. So this may not... I will agree that calling it Laufey a God of War story or God of War tale, yes, I understand why people might prefer that title better. However,
or Goddess of War,
well, that might rub some people the wrong way as well.
No, it's going to rub people the wrong way. Regardless,
yeah,
it would be a great way to.
I would say that if they
differentiate off at a glance.
Right, that's also true. I would, however, say that if you titled it a God of War story, it doesn't feel like a mainline game. It feels like a side story. It feels like optional content that you can skip. And I don't think the developers wanted you to skip their content. This looks good. This looks fun. Everybody that I've seen that, like, even people that are like quick to jump on the anti-woke train. They watched this and they liked the gameplay. They liked what they saw. And then, you know, people online blew up because the internet does what the internet does. And I'm not going to sit here and just label everybody just one side or whatever. You may have genuine grievances with this. You may just be like, no, Kratos is the god of war. That's why we play these games, for Kratos. Well, it looks like Kratos is going to make some appearances, even if it's just like ethereal moments. But Kratos will be there. And guys, I will say this. The wife of Kratos, you think she's not going to be able to fuck some shit up? He married her for a reason. And let's not forget, she was the owner of the Leviathan axe previously. It was made for her. Clearly she fought. So I'm just saying I would appreciate it. Maybe we should give it a chance first. I mean, shit. We saw 20 minutes of gameplay footage uninterrupted. That's crazy.
And let's face it, we all know, and most of us are willing to say, she wears the pants in the relationship.
To be fair, yeah, no, that part's actually going off of everything that we've learned from Ragnarok. That does seem to be true. That does appear to be true. Yeah. She kind of ran the household and told Kratos, or I'm sorry, Grumbles, because that's what she called him. She called him Grumbles. I love that. But yeah, what'd you think of the gameplay that they showed? I thought it was interesting.
I watched the first couple minutes of it, then I had to go do other stuff that was far more pressing than me watching gameplays. The little bit I saw, it did look interesting.
Okay, so one of the things is you get a cube named Frank. It is not spelled the traditional way, and the ribbons attached to this sword talk, and they are called Rue. We get... All right, so I'm going to get to this part where she focuses, gets her magic back, and then she's going to blow up this cask and start some stuff.
Get ready. Wait, not a good idea. Bad idea.
And there's little notes of the God of War theme in there as well. Also, I do like this actress. I think she's amazing.
Kratos.
See? He's there.
Kratos.
Oh, and the funny thing is, the gelatinous cube does fight with you. It fights other stuff when you're fighting too. It's fucking great. It can distract enemies for you.
Rue? I think you should give her the sword.
How do I know I can trust her? I'll give it back.
God damn it.
promise.
Now all I'm thinking, every time I hear the cube talk, I'm just hearing our cube.
That's good. We should definitely reach out to him and be like, I didn't know you were in the new God of War game. What? Picture of Frank.
Okay. Take it.
The orchestra is still so fucking good.
Here we go.
Lady, you need to get out of here.
Not until I get you out.
I don't need help.
Here we go. Coming up behind.
Boink. Fucking love Frank. just the right amount of.
She's got her own. She's got her own square Kirby.
Yeah, right? I mean, God damn, that assist. She is effectively just as brutal as Kratos, and that makes sense.
I got an idea on opening that cage. Hey, kid, get ready!
Come on!
No, I got a promise to keep.
Fine, but lady, that sword, it's more than you think it is.
Oh, the promise to keep was the Mongolian god of war. Hit her, and she
Killing
said,
him.
touch me again. I'll kill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are y'all ready? I will kill you.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Gotham.
Just like how Frank tries to sneak up behind him.
Yeah, it's so good. To be fair, it kind of feels a little bit like Tofu from RE.
Kind of, or you know, here's my new headcanon.
Uh-huh.
Frank is what happens when Snake dies in the box.
Just a box.
Try again!
Faye, focus!
Prayer! I will wrench you sweat by sweat! You don't know what you wield.
What is it?
And that parry just a second ago was very Kratos-like.
Yep.
And bam! Yeah, it's like she was holding Kratos' shield.
You're scared of this sword. Why?
I fear
It definitely feels like there are some moves that she shares with Kratos that he could have potentially taught her.
Or that she taught him.
Yeah, either or. Nice. I just love Frank being an annoying distraction for that guy.
Don't give up.
Oh, that had to hurt. There we go. Yeah, I'm so here for it. Maybe I'm the weirdo because I just don't care about like all of this. Not like if it's a good story and the characters are interesting, I don't give a shit. That's all I really care about. Like, is the gameplay interesting? Are the characters interesting? Is the story good? Yeah, then I don't even need good graphics, guys. Like, give me, you know.
I mean, a lot of people don't. Look at all the freaking retro style games that have been being released lately.
Oh yeah, that's also true. And just to put a point out there, guys, the last two God of War games that they put out have been absolutely amazing in terms of story and character and gameplay. So yeah, I've got faith and Santa Monica Studio. So yeah, I would play the shit out of this game. But feel free to let me know where you guys stand on this one. What do you, now that you've seen a bit more of the combat in the gameplay, what are your thoughts now, Fenris?
I'm probably going to play it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long time before I get to it because of my backlog.
Oh, yeah. Have you played 2018 or Ragnarok yet?
Just 2018.
Okay.
For clarification purposes for most people, my Steam library right now is 800 titles. I've played 75.
Oh no.
I still have games for my PlayStation that I bought on the PS4 on launch day that are still factory sealed.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, well,
if I stop buying games now, I have enough to last me 30 years.
Jesus. All right, guys, so this is going to be the last thing we cover on the PlayStation State of Play side of things. And it is specifically about something that happened with the Destiny community.
Right, today I am doing my app.
So this is the shorthand version. We're just gonna quickly go through Houndish's video because he kept it pretty quick, and we'll skip forward in certain parts if we need to. But just so you have the information, Houndish does Destiny content, but he talks about the broader situation with Bungie at the moment.
Destiny side, the community has showed their support for Destiny 3 once again, actually hijacking Sony's State of Play with a massive amount of emotes and general chatter demanding that we want Destiny 3. So amongst all the other things that have been going on, the Destiny community have managed to pretty much dominate that live stream, which...
Okay, I'm more impressed that they got like a Destiny 3 emote for Twitch.
Astacross had 3 different emotes made, and it was not just on Twitch, it was also on YouTube. And it wasn't just on
that still doesn't take away how impressed I am that they got it made and put in.
Oh, it gets crazier because they did it they didn't just do it on the PlayStation stuff, they did it on like IGN, GameSpot, it was everywhere. Destiny 3 stuff took over the chat for the entirety of the stream. You could barely see anything anybody was commenting on the actual State of Play. It was predominantly all "we want Destiny 3" stuff. Shit, there were still people posting "we want Destiny 3" in the chats for the Summer Games Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, but
not nearly as many. Yeah, not nearly
State
as
of
many.
Play.
Yeah, because State of Play, like the Destiny community at large, we took that as, hey, Sony, we're telling you. Like, we understand Jeff Keighley's not going to be able to do anything about the situation, but we're trying to make a big enough point, not a stink necessarily, but a big enough point that, hey, there is a market out there for this content. If you fund it, we will show up. That's basically what we were saying.
Interesting reactions, both in and out of the community, I suppose, on that front. Aside from that, Marathon Season 2 also launched, and as we have often seen in this space, Bungie servers did the Bungie thing and, well, they kind of broke for a long period of time, which is less than ideal, given that this was Marathon's free week and the start of Season 2.
So, to the Marathon players out there, no hate here, just understand, as a Destiny player, we feel you on this. When new Destiny content dropped, there were server issues on day one. Always a thing. Yes, so we understand. Bungie did what Bungie did. It's Bungie server day. We understand. Now, yeah, you guys got hit a lot harder than we normally do. The error codes that we get, we're still able to play more or less, and it gets fixed within a relatively short amount of time. The servers were down for 10 hours.
Well, Marathon enjoyers get some new content. There actually are some pretty good things in this update, and despite all of the server difficulties, a fair amount of people actually have turned up to play Marathon, so we'll speak about it all. If you enjoyed the video, a rating would very much help us out on the channel, but now let's get into it. And so initially, the Destiny community turned up for Destiny 3 and to show their support at Sony's State of Play. As IGN posted here, PlayStation's highly anticipated State of Play event was flooded by demands for Destiny 3, and during the opening of the show, PlayStation's official Twitch chat was almost completely dominated by cries for a new Destiny game. And the Destiny community in general have been coordinating their support for the concept of a Destiny 3 or future Destiny content in general. Like I said, I've been away from home, so don't thank me for this one, I guess, but I know Astacross and Lucky 10p have really been pushing their communities to turn up to that chat. I wasn't able to witness it in person, but we can see the chat was absolutely spammed with messages related to Destiny 3. And from the roundup here on Twitter, I know that's super low effort, but whatever, fans coordinated a massive chat takeover reacting to Bungie's announcement that Destiny 2's final content update arrives June 9th, ending active development for the long-running shooter. It also highlights the petition, which is now at over 340,000 signatures since May 22nd, calling for Destiny 3 to bring fresh worlds and systems without D2's baggage. And yeah, more than anything, I guess the Destiny community kind of achieved exactly what they set out to do with this. It was kind of the noisiest part in terms of the community response anyway, for the whole of State of Play, which is pretty significant. And we should keep in mind that for folks who just wanted to enjoy State of Play or don't really care about Destiny, it wasn't about spoiling other titles or announcements. And of course, you don't have to look at the chat, I guess, but it really was about supporting Destiny and demonstrating that we want
it looks like he's using
well
just a
done,
regular M4.
Destiny community on that one. But as Marathon launched Season 2, connected to Destiny in a way, because there were lots of server issues on day one, lots of people in the Marathon community in general were making accusations that the Destiny community or D2 players in general were DDoSing Marathon servers. And yeah, Marathon had a lot of issues with the launch of Season 2. Anyone who's been around the block will know launch days for Bungie content, whether it's Destiny or Marathon apparently, do see a significant number of issues. And I'm not really sure if it's the servers coping with, the amount of people actually trying to get on, or whether it's something else technical that goes on behind the scenes. But basically, it happened to Marathon this time, which is funny in a way because Marathon didn't actually experience that at launch, so I can see why some folks would be a little bit suspicious. And in this timeline, the dev team did outline that they would need additional time to complete Marathon maintenance and deploy a patch to actually fix the issue. Ultimately, they did get it fixed, and I believe servers are relatively stable now. They do say if you had disrupted runs, lost contracts and all that kind of stuff, to help make up for the disruption, they'll be sending anyone who played during the affected times 7 sponsored kits to the in-game mailbox, which is pretty wild. I am sorry.
Yeah, there were people that straight up lost weapons and items and stuff like that because they were taking them into the mission and then they got removed or kicked or whatever because they got error coded and they lost their gear. And yeah, I can understand why that would be frustrating.
There is probably loads of background noise right now, guys. I really can't escape from my family. I've tried. But in relation to the server issues for Marathon, it is unfortunate because this was the launch of the free-to-play week, basically. So quite a lot of people, it appears, did actually try to get into the game despite the issues. Marathon peaked at 40,000 players on Steam, which we know generally has been the biggest platform for the title. Maybe that changes a little bit with a free-to-play week. According to Paul Tassie's sources, this is not a DDoS attack, so that presumably comes from folks inside of Bungie, clarifying that the issue is not because of some malfeasance in the community or from players, but instead it's a Bungie-related thing, which, as we know, that kind of tracks based on how these things have gone in the past. Kotaku report Marathon servers pooped the bed at the worst possible time, as some Marathon players mocked the fact that Destiny players had spammed the chat at State of Play. It really doesn't have to be a civil war, but I guess it already is. As Paul Tassie highlighted, this has been a bit of a disaster for the start of Season 2, given that lots of new players were actually trying to get into the game and check it out. Sony also made an announcement about the free-to-play week, literally at the same time that the servers were dying, so it doesn't really help the equation, but seeing those numbers tick up a bit obviously brings some promise, and if we didn't have the server issues, then we can only anticipate those numbers may have actually been better. I guess we'll see what happens over the next day or so. In terms of Season 2 content,
all right, so I think that covers the majority of what I wanted to see. I wanted to kind of go over for this bit. So if you want to go ahead and give your thoughts, I'm going to pull up the next set of videos. If you had anything you wanted to add.
I have absolutely nothing to add to Destiny.
Gotcha. All right. This will be the last Destiny thing that I report about. They dropped a trailer showing off a bunch of new things, and yeah.
Thank you, Guardian. Because of you, what was unraveling is suddenly stabilizing. Earth may yet heal, and that's something worth celebrating. May this time be a moment of reflection, remembering what came before, reassessing our present, and readying ourselves for the future. The Traveler has nestled above the last city once again.
Yep, they brought back all the old raid bosses. Leviathan's back. Oh yeah, these are the new melee abilities. So when the Titan threw his shield out and it started incinerating stuff, the Titan shields can now blow up and cause fire damage if you're using Solar Titan. They added a bunch of, they added new grenades as well. Yep. There's Sparrow Racing League.
It's time, Guardian. Crush them. One final push and victory is yours.
Know that you decide what your future holds.
Bro, you know this is
oh
gotta
god
be...
dang it. And the crazy part is that they've been working on this. This didn't just happen because they're like, oh, we're shutting down stuff. Like, they were actively working on this for content that they thought was going to be coming out this year. So they were already preparing to release this stuff over time. They didn't just suddenly go, oh, well, it's going to be gone in a month. Let's throw everything in. So it is a little sad. But Bungie's always been good at making trailers. I'll at least say that. I'll be there Tuesday playing, and I did the thing. I already reinstalled Destiny just so I can jump in on Tuesday and have fun and reminisce on some stuff. But yep, that's where it's at. I'll play for a little bit, and then I'll wish it a fond farewell and put some space back on my hard drive.
Some.
It's a lot of space. It's easily over 100 gigs. Oh man.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm waiting for the day games get to a terabyte.
It's not far off. I don't doubt it. All right, let's move over to
No,
Subnautica.
it's not far off at all.
We got our first devlog after the release of Subnautica. Figured we'd check that out and give our thoughts and comments on it.
Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Gallegos, design lead for Subnautica 2. Thanks for taking the time to join us for a brief update. First, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to the more than 4 million people who have purchased Subnautica 2, as well as the massive amount of you we've had join us through GeForce Now and Xbox Game Pass. We are really humbled and inspired by your support and feedback. So we're already hard at work on what will be several updates. We're making changes because of you, with our first 2 hotfixes addressing crashes, adding more silver deposits and Troy-Light, as well as adjusting predator attack frequency, damage, and avoidance when a player deters them. We also continue to work on performance, and we're happy to say that people using Epic settings should see a performance improvement. Of course, we're also going to be hard at work fixing a number of bugs.
Yeah. Dude, these are necessary things, guys, especially if you play on PC like we do. Yeah. I was especially happy to hear that once I scare a predator away with my resonator, it's not just gonna immediately turn back around and attack me again. Like, it's gonna try and go away for a little bit. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh no, I was more happy about if you run Epic settings, you'll see a performance increase.
Oh no.
Finally.
Yeah, no. I understand that. Like, I figured that's what you were saying, but I was also adding in what I liked, what stuck out to me specifically on that one.
And we've really appreciated not only seeing the reports from you, but also the often humorous videos you guys create to show the bugs. So thank you for that. In the near future, we have some really exciting smaller updates coming your way. We are improving the biomod system by allowing you to unlock multiple passive slots, as well as adding more biomod options to the earlier game. Wrecks are getting some gameplay improvements. Blight encounters should feel a bit more obvious to players in terms of parasite aggression, and we're also working on a priority system for voiceover, which should help you hear the most important information at any given time, as well as that you replay voice logs from the PDA.
Field notes, wander, not ander.
We've been really excited to see how many of you guys are playing in multiplayer, so for our social experience, we're currently working on emotes and, well, you might have guessed it, proximity voice chat.
No more 2 seconds worth of lag before you hear what someone says.
We've heard the outcry for months, and we're working hard to get that in as soon as possible. We're also working on further customizations for our player characters. Okay, outside of the short term, it bears repeating that we're working on the next major content drop as well. Our next region, the home of the Collector Leviathan, will add a new chassis that brings back one of the most requested player experiences. So get ready to get stompy. Of course,
they're bringing back the next thing that's going to be an attachment for your tadpole will be the oh god, what was it, the thing that you use to mine in Subnautica 1, the prawn suit, that's it.
The new region will also have new creatures, new resources, and be progression and story driven. Our goal is to let you jump in without having to start a new save, but rather pick up right where you left off. I really think it's going to be the scariest the game has been yet, and I can't wait for you to try it. So again, I really want to say thank you so much for your praise, your critical feedback, and for participating in the open development process with us. You're really helping make the game better every day. See you in the open seas.
So yeah. Any other things you want to add to this? I'm just really happy with I mean, I already knew that they were going to be relatively good at getting fixes out and communicating with their community, but like, this was just nice to see. Yeah. It's nice to think that they're still indie, that indie is still like kicking strong. Indie games are going hard.
So one day I would love to sit down and just chat with them or play the game with them, but that's just me.
That would be awesome. No,
and probably
totally
the vast majority of Subnautica players.
Oh, so true, dude. I would love to sit down with the guys from Neebs Gaming and just like pick their brains about how they wrote their Subnautica story. I was like, did you just completely improv it, or did you have like notes about what you wanted to cover? And it does seem like they are considering doing a version for Subnautica 2. And I'm super about that. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the Summer Games Fest stuff. Let's start with the most obvious one. We got it.
The proper way to start Summer Games Fest.
I know. Dude, they started and ended strong. Dude, they had 4 absolute bangers. Even if I'm not a fan of Cuphead, like it's not my thing, I understand the impact of Cuphead. Like, I understand that. So the first 4 things they showed were crazy. We get Cuphead. We get Resident Evil Veronica. We get Cuphead, Alien Isolation 2. Like, what the frick, guys? I forget what the 4th one was, but yeah, it's crazy. I know they had 4 bangers. Oh, the 4th one was the robot game from the creator of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian. The new Robo game from him that looked fucking amazing. And honestly, with the music, it sounded kind of Doom-esque, and that's okay. The music in Dune is amazing. All right, so I'm just going to put this one on in the background, of course, because it's just like, the trailer and everything. I also love how many people, as soon as they saw this woman, immediately clocked the RE engine. They were like, oh yeah, it's RE. And they're like, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's Resident Evil because Capcom's using the RE engine for everything. And I'm like, yeah. But this definitely, but this absolutely screamed Resident Evil.
Like, I was on the fence about it at first, and then I saw this scene here where she turns the light on, and first thing I saw was like, yeah, that's Chris's room.
Because it's just a giant mess. Yeah. So
I mean, it reflects the owner's personality.
Absolutely. Also, I'm gonna not get the GameSpot version at. I'm gonna try and find the. If I do this again, I'm gonna find the official Resident Evil channels because they upload the actual thing. This is footage from the
Game Fest.
From Game Fest. That's why there's cuts and stuff because there were glitches.
Yeah.
But
I absolutely love the fact that they're changing how Claire gets quote unquote arrested.
Yeah.
I say arrested because abducted is probably the better terminology.
Probably the more accurate terminology. But
so
also, guys, I need y'all to understand this was going on as we were actively scripting for
my attention was torn that day, damn it.
We were actively scripting for Eminence and Shadow as the shit was going on, and I'm sitting here trying to talk with them.
I kept my mouth shut on most of the things. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's this idea, and I see something flash. I back up. Oh my god, Richie, there's this.
Yeah, he goes, The Last Ronin. I'm like, that's cool. And for a second, I'm sitting here thinking, wait, they made a game out of like the Ronin thing
I had
that
to
Keanu
clarify.
Reeves did? Because my mind went Keanu Reeves.
TMNT Last Ronin.
And that's when I lost my shit. I was like, wait. And the reason I didn't think that is because I remember covering that they had canceled that project.
I know.
You fucking liars. Good on you, though. Good on you for not canceling it. I'm very happy that you didn't. And we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah.
Unless the team that was working on it did have to have it canceled and it got handed off to another team.
That is a possibility. Yeah, that is a possibility. But yeah, it's now just Resident Evil Veronica, not Code Veronica anymore. So, does this mean like taking the code out of it? Does that mean that they're pushing this story to more of the mainline stuff as opposed to like the kind of side Code
story Veronica
that kind of felt like
Code Veronica is one of those weird games in the canon where it's a mainline title, but it's not.
Yeah, and it feels like changing it to Resident Evil Veronica is them stamping down that no, this is mainline title now. And I'm like,
because
all right, cool.
There are rumors and unconfirmed reports from some of the developers from Code Veronica back before it released on the Dreamcast,
right,
that it was supposed to be the original Resident Evil 3 or the original Resident Evil 4.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember here it was supposed to be the original Resident Evil 3, and the Jill stuff was supposed to be the side one, the side story.
But that one was squashed by the actual by the head of development for the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, because that was always meant to be 3.
Okay.
This one, Code Veronica, that's why it was, that weird thing where it should have been was supposed to be 3, that got quashed. Was supposed to be 4, and it's
In my head canon, Code Veronica is 3.5. That's how I view it. You have 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. Like because it's like in between. If I understand the timeline right, Code Veronica takes place in between 3 and 4. Because Umbrella is still around.
Code Veronica takes place 3 months after 2 and 3.
Yep.
4 takes place years later.
Exactly. That's why I call it like 3.
So,
well, okay. If you want to be more accurate, it's like 3.25.
I was gonna say it. In your head canon, I understand it's 3.5.
Yeah.
However, don't say that in the Resident Evil community because there is a Resident Evil 3.5.
Oh God, what is it?
It was the original demo for Resident Evil 4 with the Hookman and the dolls, which turned into Devil May Cry.
Oh, oh God.
So being completely honest, Resident Evil 3.5 is Devil May Cry.
Funny. Alrighty. Any last minute things you want to talk about?
Keep playing this too because it is beautiful and kind of terrifying towards the end.
Oh, I'm aware. That was a really good jump scare at the end too.
And
I thought that was really good.
When the V showed up, everybody thought it was 5. And then I saw the answer, like, no, this is fucking Code Veronica.
Oh yeah, I saw the entrance to the prison, and I was like, oh, I know what this is. This is not. There's the Ashcroft. There's Hunk.
Claire Redfield.
Yeah, hearing the cloud. Yeah. Like I said, it was hard trying to focus on scripting when this shit's going on.
I
had this whole thing paused specifically so I could watch it later.
Yeah. And so, just by going off past Resident Evil releases, we're looking at probably a March to May timeframe.
Oh yeah. Also,
so that
it feels like they're dropping
between 9 and 12 months.
Also, it feels
9 and 11 months.
Like Capcom is really popping off. We still got Onimusha coming up, but
which the demo, by the way, is fantastic.
And lest us not forget, we've got story DLC upcoming for 9. So looking forward to that. And
which
then
some of us were expecting the story DLC at Summer Game Fest instead of the Code Veronica, which I'm happy to get Code Veronica over the DLC for 9 right now.
And guys, please understand, it's starting to seem very likely like we're going to get a mainline game every year with these remakes. So, and from the understanding, they are combining the stories for 0 and 1 together.
From what I've heard, in unconfirmed rumors, which
okay, gotcha.
They're rumors. I'm taking them with a grain of salt.
Right.
But it would make sense considering how much longer some of the remakes are compared to the originals, not including 3, because 3 is atrocious in my opinion. But that's because of how long I've been playing.
You could essentially put it together and call it either the Arclay incident or the Stars incident, because it literally involves both Alpha and Bravo teams of Stars. But
I mean,
and both of them
they could also
place
just
in the Arclay areas.
They could just also rehash what they used, what they released the 0 and 1 for on the Switch, and just call it Resident Evil Origins.
Yeah, you could just straight up call it Resident Evil Origins if you wanted. Yeah. Oh.
But then again, if they release 0 and 1 separately, that's still great.
Yeah,
because
that is absolutely great. Yeah.
With 0, they have the technology now, and they have the fans wanting 0 to be a co-op game.
Yeah. I think it absolutely could be a really good co-op game between Billy and Rebecca. 100%.
Yes.
And that would make that the co-op game, and you still have the mansion incident as your single player claustrophobic mansion type thing. Like if we can get it to feel, if I can get the feeling back of what it felt like to play Ari on the GameCube with the mansion incident again, without the weird camera angles and the tank controls, I'm so here for it. Obviously, how you approach the puzzles has to be a bit different if you're doing. Also, take a page from Requiem. Give us the options to switch back and forth between first and third person in the mansion. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
That would be
100%, I would love
beautiful.
that. Yeah.
But my thing is, if they're going to do that, give us a VR version too for first person.
Yeah, I also the other thing that I would point out. Now, here's the thing. Make sure that the game works and everything. Even if you do the first person view, VR is not something that has to be there on release. But if you're like, hey, we're still working on the VR port, or we're working on finishing up and adding VR to it at a later time, and then it will come out as an update, totally understand.
Yeah.
Just let us know that you're actually working on it. I prefer to have the fully working game first, and then they're like, hey, we're adding VR at a later date. That's also okay.
Or, hear me out, they could do what they did with Resident Evil 7 and Village. They built the game in VR first, and then coded it to not be VR, because apparently it's easier that way.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I like the idea of. I also like the idea that even though they're like special forces, hardened agents or whatever with stars, that I do also kind of like the idea that this is their first time encountering this. So I do like, obviously Jill is not going to be what Grace was, but I would like it if Jill is a bit more freaked out by everything than Chris is. Like I want to have
that
like
wouldn't work realistically, knowing Jill's background.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Jill's background before the events of 1 and her joining Stars?
I just know that she was military.
She was Delta Force.
Oh, that makes way too much. Yeah, but like at the end of the day, they're seeing some really horrible, fucked up shit here.
They are, but her being part of a literally elite special forces, she's going to have more composure than Chris, who was just an Air Force pilot.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well then, hey, good. Other way around. Chris is more freaked out than Jill is. Also, you could technically do the mansion incident as a co-op thing with Jill and Chris. That is possible, but I don't think they will do it that way.
They won't, because that would rewrite a lot of the original game. Yeah. And what made it so replayable was the fact that you had a Jill route, you had a Chris route. Each route had 3 different endings.
All right. Let's move on to the next thing. It's turtle time. This is what interrupted scripting. And you know what? Fair. Rightly so. When I finally saw it, I was like, yeah, I would have freaked out too.
Like, I was confused when I first saw the Paramount Game Studios. Cause like, Paramount has a game studio now?
Right. But yeah, that's Platinum Games, man. They were originally supposed to work on it, and apparently they still are. Also, I love that they used the original TMNT and theme. Shell, turtle power. Oh. For people who did not read this, you're in for one heck of a time. Oh my god. That story was so good. So freaking good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, even if it's just an announcement. It's really just an announcement that it's happening. We didn't see gameplay or anything, but like regardless, yes. And Platinum Games is a studio that I would trust to handle this kind of action and fighting. They have
merch.
and they have merch. Alrighty.
I just checked out thelast.ronin.com.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw it. I went there too. Earlier. I went there earlier. Oh boy. Okay, and adding. Okay, cool. So, good news is this is the last set of tabs that we're adding. So, after this, it's just 5 things left and then we're done. Yay! The last 2 I have not seen fully, so this will be a treat for all of us because you'll basically be seeing us react to it live. Because I haven't seen any of this, the last 2 from today. So, yeah, we got the Final Fantasy VII Revelation trailer, the reveal trailer. There wasn't just that. They brought Matt Mercer up on stage to showcase 2 more things. And as cool as the trailer and everything was, I think the biggest thing that got me most hyped about this is that the PlayStation exclusivity for this game is not happening. It's going to be day-and-day release on PC, all consoles, and I think if we're being honest about things, I think it's because Nintendo may have raised a stink since Remake and Rebirth are on the Switch too, and they're like, no, we will also have this on Switch too, and they started raising kind of a stink at Square, and maybe that's the reason why it's getting released everywhere all at the same time. I'm just speculating. That is my headcanon. But yeah, that was the big one for me. That was the big surprise. I was like, oh, so I'm going to have to get it on PlayStation and then I'll have to get it again on PC because I want to play it on PC because I like modding. I like the modding community for these games. And now I don't have to get it twice. I can just buy it on PC and be happy. Yee. Anything?
Long ago, a shadow fell upon our planet.
What else from this do you want to talk about for 7 Revelation?
By his will.
I'm just glad that they finally put out Disc 3.
Yeah, right? I guess we should point out the elephant in the room. Travis Willingham is voicing Sephiroth in this game because Tyler Hoechlin had a scheduling conflict and could not record for Sephiroth for the final game. So,
God, I still want to go drinking with Travis.
I have.
Long story short,
it was a silly time.
Has been for a while.
So what are we waiting for? Let's give Sephiroth the beating of a lifetime.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, you just parachute off the high wind now, because yeah, absolutely. It looks fun. I'm not sure what to think of the fit system with their separate costume. Like on some of the characters, it looks good. On others, it's just like, why?
But why?
Yeah, but why? So yeah, it is what it is. I honestly, dude, after playing the other two, the first 2 games, and seeing how Rebirth ended, I'm super excited. I'm here for it, 100%. I don't know what else to say. I will say that the remake series has made me more of a fan of Final Fantasy VII than the original Final Fantasy VII did. It's not that game was bad. It's just, I think it's overhyped. Not overrated, overhyped. There's a difference.
And you see, what they did with the remakes for Final Fantasy VII, very unique.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact it's taking place in an alternate world that Sephiroth is trying to save.
Yep. And the interesting part of these remakes is that it lays such interesting groundwork to fix some issues with other mainline Final Fantasies. I would love a Final Fantasy VIII remake where we get to Disc 4 and they clean up the story issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's stuff towards the end of disc 3 and the beginning of disc 4 that needs clarification or just a better hand at the writing part of it. Like, and that's not me shitting on 8. 8 is my first, and it is my most beloved, and there's a good reason for that. The story in the first 3 discs is so fucking good, and it feels kind of like we just took a turn at the end. The end wasn't bad, it was just a little convoluted. I understand it, but like at the same time, it's like, guys, I need an updated version of this where we can like
let's
fill in
face it.
some plot
8
holes.
has the single best type of weapon I've ever seen in any Final Fantasy game.
Gunblade!
Yeah. To the point where myself and many others have made gunblades in D&D.
Solely responsible for one of the most badass weapons. I honestly, I would love to get a remake of 9, and as someone that is currently playing the remaster of 10 for the HD remaster of 10 on PC, and I'm going through and I'm hearing how clunky some of the dialogue is, because this was in the very, very early days of voiceover in video games when, you know, it wasn't taken too seriously because everybody just thought of video games as like this small thing. Now, looking back on it, dude, like 10 needs the remake treatment just to touch up some very dated stuff. And I'm not even talking about like the graphics, like, so we can get much better voiceover. We can get a lot better, like, just intricate translation in writing. Like, it felt like there was a translation issue sometimes with the writing team because the dialogue felt a little clunky in places. And I mean, it was endearing back then, but looking back on it with like without the rose tinted glasses, as it were, looking back on it now as I'm playing it, I'm like, ooh, some of these things are a little bit rough. They could be fixed. Or, you know, you could tell that the direction wasn't quite there, which is funny because when we get to 10-2, a lot of the dialogue and voiceover stuff, that you can tell there was more improvement because suddenly Square was getting a bigger budget because 10 popped off. But yeah, there's some clunkiness. It's not anything that was necessarily bad. There's just a little bit of clunkiness in 10 that I would really, really like if we were able to buff out. And don't get me wrong, I still think 10 is the best story in Final Fantasy. I absolutely love the story in 10. I especially love how impactful the ending of 10 is. I can't wait until we get to the ending because I want to see if this story is good enough to make Blebby cry. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff to it. But the 7 remake series has been really, really good for kind of opening up discussion on other Final Fantasies that should get, you know, some much needed love in the remake side of things. Though, to be fair, I think they won't do it. They'll just do 7 because it's like the most popular one. Honestly, as much as people talk about 7, 10 is probably the most beloved of the newer story stuff. So, oh well. I've ranted.
I mean, if Square Enix is smart,
yeah,
they'll look at this success and the popularity of not just 7 remake, but the Resident Evil remakes.
Oh yeah,
because it's everything, or most of them are everything that gamers have wanted for years. It's touching up stuff that's already set in place, easy. Yeah. They don't necessarily have to rewrite them if they don't want to.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So that still cuts back on development time.
Give me a remake of Final Fantasy 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, and honestly, give me an updated version of 12 where the combat mechanics aren't as clunky. The story was genuinely good for 12. I like the story for 12. It was a new way. You had us going from the turn-based style into what we'd eventually end up in the modern era of Final Fantasy. But like it's that bridging between the two, and it didn't quite hold up. I would revisit the gameplay side of 12.
And you see, there's one thing that they could also do to rake in a shit ton of money. Remake 14.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so if you actually go and check out like the history of stuff for Final Fantasy 15 and like how they were actively doing development post release of the game, and they were updating stuff, adding new content to explain stuff, like, oh my god. Like, okay, so episode of Prompto, Noctis, Gladio, and Ignis, all that stuff, they fixed some story issues towards the latter half of 15. So I would highly encourage, if you played 15 around the time of launch and you were like, hey, it was fun to play, I really liked the relationship, and the story was good up to a point, you know, once you get to a certain area, and guys, if you played 15, you know what I'm talking about, please go back and replay it, because they have added a lot more context and content to it. So it's going to feel like a much more cohesive story. I don't know many Final Fantasies that got active development post-launch of a mainline story where they were actively fixing story issues.
And let's face it, it was one of the best fishing games I have ever played.
It absolutely was. Oh my god. I told my dad
for the first 3 years post-launch, that's all I did in the game was play fishing. I still haven't gotten past the fucking bachelor party road trip.
I have straight up told my dad I can never play Final Fantasy 15 in front of him. And he's like, why? Is it that complicated? I go, no, because the moment you realize it is the best fishing game and the best food simulation game you've ever seen, as far as like looking at how good these dishes are, it's over. It's literally like, how do I make this? There is literally a recipe book for the 4 different dishes in Final Fantasy 15. You can buy a cookbook for FF15. And guys, I want you to understand something. Yes, I have 8, 9, and I have 8 and 9 on Steam right now. That's not what I'm playing after I take Blebby through 10. We're going straight into 15. Because I need to get the full story again, because I haven't played all the secondary episodes. But there's also like an episode for the bad guy in 15, like kind of a going back and explaining his origins kind of thing. So he has his own episode as well. But yeah, so if nothing else, I am very happy for the 7 remake series for just opening the door to these possibilities.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, because we've chatted, and I think we need to get to the other stuff. Let's go to Gundam. What'd you think about this one?
When I first saw it, I didn't think it was Gundam.
I didn't either. I was like, oh, it's another generic, mech thing.
I thought it was gonna be like Mecha Break.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people thought it was, and then suddenly it's Gundam. I had to
stop myself, like, no, that looks like a Space Command gym.
I was like,
what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, this is also I'm interested in like whatever the robots are that they're fighting, because these don't appear to be like mobile suits. This is
they're not. I think there's some type of like organism.
Yeah, like some sort of like non-organic organism or something like that. Mechanical species or something. I don't know. Oh,
I mean,
also,
music's on point, but
this sword
looks like the the Gundams themselves, or the suits that you pilot, are customizable.
Yeah. I am absolutely loving the sword. Like, that thing looks dope. Also, yeah, I know it's probably not the actual term, but because of Witch from Mercury, I can't undo it. So, gun bits. I like that there are gun bits around.
So, there actually, there's two terms, not two terms, there's two different versions of equipment like that. One are called funnels. The others are actually called bits.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Rogue Orbit, Gundam Rogue Orbit, coming 2027.
I want to know more about it because this doesn't seem. This could be like
is peaked. Yeah,
like could follow the storyline of like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, where it's not in any of the universes. I just want to know more because mainly if it's actually customizable. Because if you look at the legs on that Gundam. Remember, those look a lot like the Rick Doms from the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
You've got me thinking of the
bits.
You've got me thinking of the old Helldivers memes with freaking oh god, what was it called? That movie Starship Troopers. You see the trailer? Need to know more intensifies.
Exactly, and the bits are from other mobile suits in the series. The sword I haven't seen before. The head doesn't look like any type of Gundam that I can recall.
Guys,
the body is different. The boosters on the back are completely different. Like, I want to know.
I'm gonna be 100% serious with you guys. This is another one of those categories that I'm not really into. I'm not big into like the mech side of things. Probably the deepest I've stepped into the mech area is Titanfall 2. And that's because it's kind of a combination of mech battles and FPS, and I'm down with that. Also, the fucking story for that was amazing. Titanfall 2 was so good. There's a reason why people are mad we never got a Titanfall 3. That being said,
very much so.
Yeah. That being said, this has piqued my interest enough that I would happily watch Fenris play it.
And I would happily play it.
I was like,
I need to get. I need to get back to Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operations 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Now here comes the one that everybody's going to make me play, force me to play on stream. The moment I saw 20th Century Games, I knew exactly what title this was. No, to be fair, it also, with the environment, it kind of gave the vibes of The Forest 3 for a moment.
Yeah.
Creative Assembly, they made the first one too, didn't they? Dude, it's so weird to think that that Alien Isolation is 12 years old. It doesn't feel like that long ago. Especially because of how well it holds up. Like
I said though.
Yeah.
That goes back to the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the PlayStation 4, Xbox One eras being the pinnacle of gaming. Because everything from back in those days, graphically, gameplay wise, and everything holds up to modern day.
Back when you wanted to sell a game, you had to make the player care.
And well, back up the 360 and PS3 era, back when you didn't have to install the game from the internet and have a disc that's nothing more than a game key.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Alien Isolation 2 looks so damn good. I'm so here for that. Yeah. Oh. All right. I know that I'm going to get bullied into playing it. I'm a coward when it comes to the Alien Xenomorph like gaming stuff. The survival horror aspect of Alien Isolation, that stuff bothers me. Like if I'm playing like Fireteam Elite or something like that, that's not a big deal to me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Xenomorphs.
Listen. Steve is just back for more hugs because he misses you.
That's true, guys. Pow World is going to be releasing their 1.0 in July, so next month we're getting. Dude, it's so weird. I'm still not used to the fact that it's June already.
Yeah,
we've just got a couple of weeks, and then we're going to be at a KaiCon. What the heck?
Yeah, I know. I got to start packing for that.
Oh man. So Pow World, here we come.
You know, I'm so glad Pokemon chose Pal World to rip off of.
That's good. That's good. Pow World, we'll do all the things that Nintendo wouldn't.
Pal World does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah, to be fair, kind of true. All those different things that you were requesting. Hey, can we do this? Hey, can we do that? Hey, can we do this? Pal World did it.
And they got sued for it.
Yeah,
because they made a much better product.
Yeah. Also, I've yet to see a Pokemon be able to do this. Literal swordfish. Clever girl. Yep. 1.0. I can't wait to dive in and see what all they've done with it. May have to start a new one. I don't know. I might just hop back into the one we had before. July 10th. Looks like we're finally going to go to the tree. It's about damn time. All right. I think we've kind of already given our thoughts while we were watching the trailer for that one. Yeah.
But I do got to hop out. I got a couple minutes till a coaching session.
Okay. I'm going to watch these last ones on my own, guys. I have not seen these, so we'll be watching them together. So, thank you, Fenris. I know he had to hop out, but yeah. So we've got Halo Campaign Evolved, which I'm looking forward to because I am a big Halo fan, and Gears of War E-Day. I am also a big fan of the Gears of War franchise. Just case in point, the novels that were released for both of these, I have read them. For the Gears of War novels and the Halo novels. I don't read the novels for games unless those games are interesting to me. So, there we go. One thing I do know is it's not the same voice for Johnson, but to be fair, I figured it would be. Like, I figured they might have to replace him because I don't know if he's still around or not.
But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one.
There's Johnson.
You haven't heard.
1 year before the ring.
I've started simple enough. Drop in, grab
All right.
the goods, get out before anyone noticed.
Interesting new grunt designs. Okay, grunts and jackals.
They noticed.
So we're gonna get new missions inside of Halo. Nice.
Now you ready to get to it? You serve long enough. You learn to read a battlefield.
Oh, damn.
This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're on the clock. The thing with simple jobs is, they always get complicated. Plan
That's true.
Odds get
Okay, hold on. Okay. Halo. Now it feels like Halo's taking notes from Destiny because this feels right out of the light blade strike.
Odds get worse. My advice: bring a Spartan.
Yeah. There you go. 3 all new missions. Oh my god, there is space combat! Yes! The glorious sons of bitches, they did it. Yeah. When? Give me the release date.
Tired of being a strong, almost silent type?
No.
July 28th, baby! Yes! And it's going to be on Steam. Fuck yeah. Please tell me there's crossplay. Is there going to be crossplay? I need to know. Okay, Xbox Series X, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'll have to look into it. Pre-order now, Xbox Cloud. Yeah, that makes sense. So you can pre-order it. Foundry Armory Pack, digital access to digital game manual. Okay, campaign above. 5 Master Chief skins. All right. 6 weapon skins. Interesting. The Alpha Halo Armory Pack. All right. I'm kind of here for it. Like, I definitely wanted to play it, but now I'm a bit more excited because we've got space combat. We're going to go around, we're going to fly around and try and take out a Covenant Corvette. Yes! Also, from my understanding, when we get to the flood, it's supposed to be even more terrifying. They said they leaned into the horror strongly on the flood levels. So there we go.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System.
Coalition of governments.
There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
Yeah, E-Day.
Stay sharp. Don't let them surround you.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
Here, strap these on.
Jesus. Okay.
This isn't enough.
Dumb!
Oh. To the police station. We're gonna have more firepower there. Right.
Oh my god, they look like normal human beings.
Okay.
They're not
shoot, move, watch for civilians.
Disproportionately sized. Oh my god, watch for civilians. Yeah, of course. Because this is E-Day. There be civilians everywhere. Nobody knows how to deal with the Locust at this point. Oh my god.
Get inside now.
That adds a new element. Grub holes. Still got the same reload function. Oh, there we go. The shotgun. You can save the civilians, yep. Alright. Oh.
You see that? It was something big! Like huge crab fingers picking up through the street!
God
Just the adrenaline, kid. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
This is intense.
Let's get moving.
Oh. Okay.
Let me see what I can do.
I'm at the pan safe. I need backup. These things are all over me.
More tremors.
Any gears out there? Anyone that can hear this?
Jeez, okay. Oh. Yep. Forget what these things are called. It's been forever since I played.
Open fire.
Glad we don't have berserkers yet. Jesus. Oh, there's the armed ones. Jeez.
Goddamn breach points.
Reloading. Cover me.
Oh yeah, old school Lancer. Yeah.
All right. That gear said they're stuck in the pay and save.
Oh man.
Which way?
It's on the other side of those apartments.
Hold on. Get that. We got that guitar sting there for a second. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Let me.
That gear.
When you.
All right. That gear
Yeah,
said
there it
they're
is.
stuck in the pay and saves.
That lets you know that it's over and you're safe.
It's on the other side of those apartments.
Frick, man.
Carved as a shortcut.
I forget what those things are called. The little spider crawler thing. Tell me this is Carmine. This is another Carmine.
Nice shot. Where the hell did you lot come from?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes.
Damn.
Right on schedule. You guys scared?
Yeah. Who are you? Where's your squad?
Oh, you, damn! You can climb over it. Nice. Like I knew you could climb over stuff. I just didn't know you could climb over the full shelf. That's new. Holy shit! Yep. Hey, do that to the watermelon up ahead. Up, grub hole. Yeah, they had to show a little bit of this. Oh, damn. Nice one, Dom. Up.
Reloading.
They haven't sent the boomers out yet. Oh, that's a way to get him.
Anyone see him?
Contact front!
There's no end to these freaks.
Oh.
Pick him off.
On your right, Tom. I got it.
Jams. Damn it.
Damn.
Tom.
Holy crap. Who are you?
Roads converge again.
Oh.
Marcus Phoenix.
Shit. There's the boomers. Oh, God. I remember those suckers caused me no end of pain on the first one. Oh! 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 What is that? Yeah, I'm super freaking here for this. I am super freaking here for this. Yeah. All right. There's my raw reaction to those. All right, guys. Thank you for coming by and hanging out for the gaming setup for Anime Church. Once again, guys, if you wouldn't mind, Slime 10 is up on the channel. Please check it out if you haven't already. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you thought of the episode, and yeah, that's all I really got to say. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out with us for Anime Church. It's church where you can cosplay and no one will judge you for it. That's right. We have better things to judge you on, like the quality of what kind of games you play. No, joking. But that being said, I'm Rishi Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. That was Fenris Arun, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol. And we'll see you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow for more light novel reading of Mushoku Tensei. So if you guys want to check out and get a little sneak peek of season 3, that's what we're doing. We're having a good time. Talk to you guys later. And yeah, that's it. Look forward to a video coming out relatively soon, discussing lore stuff for the shared abridged. All right. Bye.